Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to the Shipyard here at historic Holmes Field here in Elizabeth City.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Shipyard.
Yes, indeed, we're getting ready to get started.
Old North State League Conference matchup against the Kinston Wingmen. Batting fourth, playing left field is number 18.
That's
Travis
right, baseball
Gamachi.
fans. Welcome to the Shipyard for tonight's
Batting
game featuring your River City
Playing second
Skippers
base, number
taking
11,
on
Ray
the
Jordan.
Wingmen of Kinston. Tonight, the River City Skippers
Batting
come
sixth,
into
playing
tonight's
third base,
game
number
at 10 and
13,
9
Caleb Elias.
with a heartbreaker of a loss last evening
Batting seventh,
against the
designated
Sandhill
hitter is number
Bogies.
12, Judson Collier.
Let's see if the Skippers can pull it together and pull out a win
Batting
this
eighth,
evening.
catching is number 22, Chase
Tonight's game
Pierce.
is brought to you by Colony Tire
And batting
here in
ninth,
Elizabeth
playing center
City.
field is number 14, Spence Carswell.
We're so glad that you
Your
decided to
starting pitcher
join us
for the
online
Wingmen is number 21, Luke Cannon.
as the starting lineups are being announced here at the Shipyard. Let's stand by for the starting lineups for your Skippers.
And now your starting lineup for the Skippers. Batting first, playing left field, number 8, Cole Wagner. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 6, Kobe Ott. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 37, Ryan Bellamy. Batting fourth, playing second base, number 18, Drew Nagel. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 23, Jack Matushak. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 24, Jaden Greenidge. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 22, Jalen Greenidge. Batting eighth, catching, number 27, Juan Almonte. And batting ninth, playing center field, number 12, Hunter Sherman. Your starting pitcher for the Skippers is number 20, Josh Wise. Your head coach is Noah Cartwright, assisted by Randy Cartwright, Derek Simpson, and Colin Riddick.
And here we go,
The
Skippers.
Skippers are coming out with the 8U, 10U, and 12U Elizabeth City All-Stars this afternoon.
At this time, we're going to pause for the singing of our national anthem. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get things started off. So the Wingmen come into tonight's game at 8 and 9. They're riding a one game losing streak, just as the Skippers are. The skippers are being visited tonight and had on the field with them as they were brought out by the 8U, 10U, and 12U All-Star teams from the Elizabeth City Pasquotank Parks and Rec. They will be competing in their All-Star tournaments starting next week. Josh Wise, the freshman out of Chowan University, has gotten the call this evening to lead off from top of the hill. Josh Wise from right here out of Elizabeth City has had quite a bit of success on the mound here as of late. Let's see if he can continue that streak as we go into tonight's contest.
Leading off the top of the first for the Wingmen is number 2, Fisher Harrison.
And Wise delivers the first pitch of the game as a called strike to number 2, Fisher Harrison of the Kinston Wingmen. That one's a little low from Wise. Evens account at 1-1. A little on the outside there. 2-1 correction. And with that, Wise is going to walk the first batter of the evening. That's going to bring up number 36, Shumata Brown for the Wingmen. Brown from out of Maysville, North Carolina, is attending Lenoir Community College for his undergraduate. Wise opens up, swing and a miss for Brown. Wise checks Harrison on first and gets his sign. The windup just outside, 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Wise checking his runner. Brown fouls one off. Third base line, evens the count at 2. Wise in the stretch. Foul tip. It's going to send Harrison back to first. Wise gets his sign. And he picks off Harrison at first for a double play. And with with that, that's going to bring up number 31, Carter Starkweather, for the Wingmen. Wise gets his sign, throws it just outside for ball one. 2 away in the top of the first. Beautiful night here at Holmes Field here in Elizabeth City. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 away on the Wingman. Let's see if Wise can get out of this. Looks like he's on his way to get out of it pretty scot-free. That swing and a miss by Starkweather. Starkweather sends one, and what a grab by Kobe Ott. Saving the inning for the Skippers.
The Skippers first at bat coming up.
That's going to bring your Skippers up. To start off here momentarily. Real quick, while we're getting into the bottom of the first, we want to thank some of our corporate sponsors for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. One of our newest sponsors, Chesapeake Regional Healthcare, Jersey Mike's, Hoffer Flow Controls here in Elizabeth City, Pine and Porch, right here downtown Elizabeth City, beautiful facility there. And of course, our sponsor for tonight's game, Colony Tire. Big thank you to all of our corporate sponsors for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. And starting the bottom of the first for the Skippers is
Cole Wagner.
Cole Wagner. And he starts it off with a strike. Wagner, a sophomore out of Rockhurst University, hails from Festus, Missouri, sends a fly out into left field and unfortunately was taken in by Travis Gamach for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 6, Kobe Ott, for the Skippers.
Now batting number 6, Kobe Ott.
Kobe comes into tonight's game with a .338 average at the plate. Takes ball high. Just inside for 2-0.
Okay. What are they? GMC Chevrolet keys, all right. Got a name on them? All right.
And with that, that's going to send Kobe Ott trotting to first.
Call it.
That's going to bring up designated hitter number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Now batting number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Bellamy coming into tonight's game with a .400 average. See if he can improve on that average here tonight. Bellamy attending Chowan University. Looks at strike 1 from Cannon. Kobe Ott's getting his lead from first. So he's watching Cannon at the mound. And Cannon tries to pick up Ott at first and is unable to do so. Ott has his lead, and Cannon delivers high. For 1-1. Low and away. Another great crowd out here at Holmes Field for Skippers baseball. As Cannon delivers one down first base line. Carter Starkweather makes a diving grab for that and is able to get Bellamy out for out number 2
now
for the Skippers.
Number 18, Drew Nagel.
That's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel, to the plate. Freshman out of Frisco, Texas. And Cannon delivers strike 1. Takes his lead and starts dancing around a little bit at second, trying to throw Cannon off his game. And he delivers to the plate, and Nagel swings and misses, gets way behind in the count, 0-2. Cannon with the pitch. Nagel pops one up over first base line, fouled out of play and into the parking lot. Cannon gets his sign, is checking Ott back at second. Delivers one high.
Try to watch out for foul balls and yell at those kids when they're coming, and just try and keep the kids from dying or needing stitches. We don't have a nurse tonight.
Cannon delivers again, high and away for Nagel, evens the count at 2. And Nagel swings at
River City in the bottom of the first.
that last one, fouls it
5-0
off, but is caught
winning.
for out number 3 for the Skippers, and that retires the side. No score after 1. You're watching Skippers baseball here from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. All right, baseball fans, let's get started back here from the shipyard here at historic Holmes Field here in Elizabeth City.
Letting off the top of the second for the Wingmen is number 18, Travis Gamachi.
Getting things started for the Wingmen is Travis Gamache. And he takes strike 1 out of the gate. Wise with the pitch, fouls one off, gets behind in the count, 0-2. Wise gets his sign. The delivery to Colby Ott at short. And easily get Gamache at first for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 11, Wade
Now
Jarman.
batting number 11, Wade Jarman.
And the delivery for strike 1 to Jarman. Wise with the windup, and he gets him to go. Gets behind in the count, 0-2. Wise delivers the pitch low. And the pitch. Fouled up and into the trees over home plate. Jarman fires one towards first. Jalen Greenwich is able to make the play on it as Josh Wise covers first for out number 2.
Now batting number 13, Caleb Elias.
That's going to bring Caleb Elias up to the plate for the Wingmen. And Wise with the stretch, fouled away. Nobody on top of the second. Elias watches one go by and puts him behind in the count, 0-2. Wise gets his sign and the delivery. Just a bit inside. Elias sends one screaming into right field. And Matashak bobbles the ball. And Elias is able to make it safely to second. As Matashak was trying to make the play on the baseball right at the fence.
Number 12, Judson Collier.
And with that, that brings Judson Collier to the plate for the Wingmen. Wise rockets one in for called strike one against Collier. Collier pops one up and is handled by Greenwich at first
No runs for Kinston at the top of the second.
to retire the side.
Tied at 0.
Skippers got out of that one pretty convincingly there towards the end. Let's see how they do with this time around at the plate. Some more of our corporate sponsors we want to say a big thank you to. Say thank you to Farm Bureau Insurance, Miss Amy Robertson, Town Banking Insurance. Also a big thank you to Bear Garden, Stevenson Sand, and Perry Auto Group here in Elizabeth City for sponsoring Skippers Baseball.
Bottom of the second for the Skippers is number 23, Jack.
And going into the bottom of the second, baseball fans brings 23, Jack Matashak to the plate and watches strike one come down the hill from Cannon. Matashak, a sophomore out of Kirkwood, Missouri, gets well behind in the count, 0-2. A sophomore at Jefferson College comes into tonight's contest batting .206 as he sends a dribbler to shortstop and is able to make it on to first without much problem. That's going to bring up number 24, Jaden Greenidge.
Now batting number 24, Jaden Greenidge.
And Greenidge watches one high come by from Cannon. And that evens the count at 1. Cannon sends one just a little outside, 2-1. It's your count to Greenidge. Matashak gets his leads, watching Cannon hard. And the pitch, just a bit high, is going to advance Matashak, and that's going to put Greenidge on board. And with that, that's going to bring up Greenidge's twin brother, number 22, Jalen Greenidge.
Now batting number 22, Jalen Greenidge.
And Greenidge bunts the ball and is called out at first. I'm not too sure about that call, but we will
Now batting number 27,
let that go as it is. Either way, Greenidge did his job and advanced the runners to second and third. That's going to bring up 27, Juan Almonte, to the plate for the Skippers, and he watches strike one come down from Cannon on the hill. Almonte gets set at the plate. Cannon delivers low and away, evens the count at 1. Cannon throws one into the dirt, and Matashak easily scores for your Skippers, advancing Greenidge to third. Two-one to Almonte. Cannon with the delivery. Almonte pops one up to short. Play is made at first. And Greenidge makes it. It's called safe at home. And with that, your Skippers take a 2-0 lead over the Wingmen.
Now batting number 12, Hunter Sherman.
That's going to bring up number 12, Hunter Sherman, to the plate. As some of you may remember, Hunter Sherman was the first skipper to actually make a home run here in Holmes Field. Not the only one, but the first one. As he watches ball 2 go by. 2 away. And with that called strike, that's going to bring the count 3-1 to Sherman. Cannon delivers ball 4, and that's going to send Sherman to first. And with that, brings us back to the top of the order. Number 8, Cole Wagner, coming back to the plate for the Skippers.
Now batting number 8, Cole Wagner.
Wagner pops one up. And over to the fairway, hole number 6 of the par 3 next door to Holmes Field. But from the looks of it, he actually might be able to play through with that one. Cannon with the pitch, low and
You okay? Where'd they get you? Okay.
appears that last pitch took a bad hop. Chase Pierce needed a break for the Wingmen. The 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Sherman takes his lead from first. Cannon with the pitch. And that's going to put Wagner way ahead in the count, 3-1. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Skippers are up 2-0. Cannon delivers high, ball 4. That's going to put runners at first and second for the Skippers. And that's going to bring Jackson Massey out to have a chat with Luke Cannon.
Now batting number 6, Kobe Ott.
And with that, that's going to bring number 6, Kobe Ott, back up to the plate for the Skippers. Ooh. And Ott's going to take one to the shoulder. And with bases loaded, that's going to bring number 37, Ryan Bellamy, back to the plate for the
Now
Skippers.
batting number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
And Cannon delivers strike 1 to Bellamy. Cannon gets his sign from Pierce, delivers. Outside to Bellamy, evens the count at 1. The 1-1 pitch. Bellamy files one back. Over the fence and back to the green. Might be just in the rough on the 4th hole. Cannon sends one in low. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Bellamy sends one screaming foul over first base line, out of play, just outside the woods. Outside to Bellamy, full count. Oh, and Bellamy takes strike 3
Gets 2 runs in the
and retires the
second.
side.
The score is the Skippers 2, the Wingmen 0 after the completion of 2 innings.
Skippers are up 2-0 after 2 here at Holmes Field. Here in the Shipyard, here at Elizabeth City.
All right, tonight we're playing Dizzy Bat. I have 2 contestants, Trent's on my left and Claudia's on my right. They're going to put their forehead to that bat and spin around 50
Yeah, that quickly brought Chase Pierce to the plate. He popped one up the first base line and was
Now
easily
number
handled
14, Spence
by Jalen Greenidge for out number 1. That brings Spencer Carswell, number 14, up for the Wingmen. Wise with the pitch. Just a bit on the low side. Carswell thought about it and decided against swinging at that one. 2-0. Wise gets his signal from Almonte and the pitch. Blows by for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. One away here at the top of the 3rd. That's going to be a grounder to Kobe Otte, shortstop. Makes the throw to Greenidge for out number 2. And that takes us back to the top of the order for the Wingmen. Brings Fisher Harrison back to the plate.
Fisher Harrison.
Swing and a miss by Harrison. Wise with the pitch. And Harrison watches strike 2 go by. 0-2 the count. With 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. Harrison hits a dribbler to short. And Kobe Otte is able to throw him out at first to retire the side.
No runs for Kinston in the top of the 3rd. The score remains the Skippers 2, the Wingmen 0. The Skippers would like to take this time to thank Colony Tire and Service for sponsoring tonight's game. I'd also like to thank Northeastern Flooring, Southern Bank, Dairy Queen, State Farm Insurance, and College of the Alamo for
And with that, we want to thank some more of our corporate sponsors. I want to thank Corner Market Auctions, Dairy Queen, Water Street Real Estate Group, Southern Bank, and Northeastern Flooring for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. Baseball fans, if you're interested in coming out and seeing the Skippers play live, you've got 2 more chances this weekend as we play here at the Shipyard tomorrow night and Sunday night. Game time tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Your Skippers will take on the Carolina Ducks. Again, game time is 7 p.m. Sunday night, your Skippers will take on the Clayton Clovers at 5 p.m. here. Sunday start time is 5 p.m. Saturday night start time is 7 p.m. Remember, gates open an hour before game time. Starting off the bottom of the 3rd for the Skippers is number 18, Drew Nagel.
Starting off the bottom of the 3rd for the Skippers is number 18, Drew Nagel.
Nagel watches one go by for strike one, even the count at 1. Cannon delivers one low, 2-1 the count. Not so sure that didn't get Nagel's foot, but we'll leave it 3-1 for now. The 3-1 pitch from Cannon, fouled back by Nagel. And Nagel watches one go by for strike 3 to send him back to the dugout.
Now batting number 23, Jack
That's going to bring it
Matuszak.
back. Number 23, Jack Matuszak.
Andrew, who's pitch hitting? Has anybody pitch hitting for 24?
And that's going to even the count, 1-1.
You don't have to tell me that. Who's on deck? You know who's on deck?
Matuszak hits a
It ain't.
bounce grounder.
I don't know who it is. Who is it? 20? 21?
And it's thrown out at first.
Pitch hitting is number 21, Rowan Hudson.
Thanks, God, for letting me know. Come on, God.
And due to an injury to Jaden Greenidge, we have number 21, Rowan Hudson, pinch hitting for the Skippers. And Hudson ahead in the count, 2-0. Nobody on for the Skippers, 2 away. In the bottom of the third, Skippers up 2-0. And Hudson watches ball 3 come down the hill from Cannon. And that's going to send Rowan Hudson trotting off to first.
Now batting number 22, Jalen Greenidge.
And with that, that's going to bring number 22, Jalen Greenidge, back to the plate for the Skippers. Greenidge gets behind in the count, 0-2 early in the at-bat. Cannon with the 0-2 pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Greenwich swings and misses for
No
out
runs
number
for the River City
3.
in the bottom of the third. The score remains the Skippers 2, the Wingmen 0 after 3.
And with that, we have 3 in the books, and your Skippers are still up 2-0. Time to thank some more of our corporate sponsors. First and foremost, we want to thank Colony Tire for sponsoring tonight's game. I'd like to thank Dream Hunting and Fishing, Coastal Carolina Cannabis, Pepsi Bottling Ventures here in Elizabeth City, and College of the Albemarle. A big thank you to all of our corporate sponsors for sponsoring Skippers Baseball here in the River City. And getting things started in the 4th for the Wingmen is number 36, Shamata Brown. Takes a cut at the first pitch from Wise. Watches ball come down from the mound. That's going to even it up at 1. The 1-1 from Wise. Appears just a little bit outside, 2-1. And he sends one into center field to safely make it on board. That's going to bring up number 31, Carter Starkweather,
Number
for the
31,
Wingman.
Carter Starkweather.
And Starkweather watches strike 1 go down. Three one's your count to Starkweather. Wise checks Brown at first, and the pitch. Starkweather watches ball 4 come in, and that's going to bring Noah Cartwright from the dugout to have a conversation with Wise.
Ain't nothing big here, Trav. Do a job, huh, babe?
Once again, remember, baseball fans, if you'd like to see Skippers baseball live, you have you have 2 more opportunities actually this weekend. Tomorrow night, the Skippers will be hosting the Carolina Ducks.
Now batting number
Carolina
18,
Ducks
Travis
here
Cavachi.
at Holmes Field. Game time is 7 p.m. Gamache sends one screaming into left field. And Cole Wagner's going to make the play on. And that's going to send Gamache back to the dugout.
Now batting number 11, Wade Jarman.
That's going to bring up number 11, Wade Jarman. Flying to the plate for the Wingmen. Wise checks his runners and decides against what he was given, so he steps off the mound for just a second. Gets himself together, and Jarman attempts a bunt but fouls it off third base line to start the at-bat. Jarman fouls one back, gets behind in the count 0-2. Jarman fouls another one off. Looked like it might have been off the end of the bat there.
Good job, kid. A lot of confidence. Hum, babe. Hey, hum, babe. Hum, babe. What you say now?
Wise gets his signal.
What you say, wait, hum, babe.
Checks Brown at second.
Boy. Hey, good lead,
Delivers
kid.
one low. 1-2's your count. One away here in the top of the fourth. Got runners on first and second. Skipper still up 2-0. Wise with the pitch. Low and in the dirt. And Almonte decided to try and get Brown at second and was unable to do so. And Jarman watches strike 3 come down from Wise, and that's going to put 2 away.
Now batting number 13, Caleb Elias.
Next up for the Wingmen is number 13, Caleb Elias. Elias out of Roanoke Rapids is attending North Carolina Wesleyan. Watches ball 1 come down from Wise. Wise gets his signal, and his delivery is low for ball 2. And Elias blasts one straight to shortstop,
Kinston at the top of the fourth. The score
where
still
Colby
remains
Ott
the
is there to
Skippers 2,
grab and end the inning for the Wingmen. That's going to bring the Skippers back up to the plate. Let's see if they can extend their lead a little bit as we go into the bottom of the fourth. And starting things up for the Skippers is number 27, Juan Almonte. And Juan fouls one back to start the at-bat for the Skippers. Field lights coming up here at Holmes Field as sun starts setting here. And Cannon launches that one just a little high. To bring the count 2-1 to Almonte. Almonte swings and misses to even the count 2-2. Almonte pops one into shallow center field, but unfortunately was able to be picked up for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 12, Hunter Sherman, for the Skippers.
Batting number 12, Hunter Sherman.
And Sherman watches ball 1 come down from Cannon. And watches strike come down from the hill. Not real sure what happened on the mound there, but looked like Cannon was unable to plant his front foot. But nevertheless, sends the count 2-1 to Sherman. And that's going to send Sherman trotting to first. And brings us back to the top of the order with number 8, Cole Wagner.
Now batting number 8, Cole Wagner.
Let's see how Wagner does this time at bat. And Wagner starts with a called strike. Sherman thinking about a stolen base at first, but he's run back by Cannon on the hill. And Wagner grounds one to first for out number 2, but is able to advance Sherman to second. Looks like Cannon's having a discussion with the field official.
Now batting number 6, Colby Ott.
Not real sure if he was happy with the call at second, or if he was just trying to get some clarification. Nevertheless, that's going to bring number 6, Colby Ott to the plate. And he's going to watch ball 1 come down from Cannon. Sherman takes his lead from second, starts dancing around a little bit. See if he can get Cannon distracted, but apparently is not able to do so as Cannon launches one from the mound to Ott for strike 1. Cannon gets set, delivers strike 2 to Colby Ott at the plate. See some action in the skipper's bullpen. It looks like they may be getting ready for a pitching change. Not sure. We'll see when they come back out to the field. But for the time being, the count is 2-2 to Ott. Two out, runner on second. Full count. And that's going to put Ott on first, runners on first and second. 2 away. That's going to bring number 37, Ryan Bellamy, back up for the Skippers.
Now batting number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
And Bellamy starts the at-bat with a watch strike. Come down from Luke Cannon. Bellamy takes the pitch for ball 2. 2-1's your count. Cannon gets set at the mound. The 2-1. Bellamy sends a grounder into right field, advancing. Advancing all the runners, and that's going to bring Hunter Sherman in for the score. And your Skippers extend their lead to 3-0. That's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel, back to the plate for the Skippers.
Now batting number 18, Drew Nagel.
Cannon sends one down low, and runners are advanced at second and third. Oh, and number 11, Wade Jarman, just gets ejected from the game, and that's going to bring Jackson Massey out of the dugout. And Massey is not happy with that call.
Give me my hot sandwich.
And with that, that's going to bring number 3, Dawson Abels, in to replace Wade Jarman.
Give him a stink eye. Give him a stink eye.
And Cannon gets his sign. Delivers to Nagel. He swings and misses, evens the count at 1. And that makes the count 3-1 to Nagel. Cannon looks like he's a bit flustered up there on the mound. Runners on second and third. And Nagel pops one into center field. That's going to bring in one. That's going to bring in Kobe Ott. And that's also going to bring out another visit from Jackson Massey. And I believe that's going to be the end of the night for Luke Cannon. That's going to bring up number 6, Colby Gardner for the Wingmen. He's going to get the assignment to work the hill for a little while. And with Gardner taking the hill, we'll be back here in just a minute.
I'm on one over there. Here we go, Colby, hum, babe.
And with that last exchange, that's going to bring Jack Matushak back up to the plate for the Skippers.
Wait till the end of the game to ask for autographs.
And Gardner delivers strike 1 to make the count 2-1. Evens the count 2-2. 2 away, Skippers up 4-0. Runners on second and third. And Gardner with the pitch, a little high. That brings full count to Matushak. The 3-2 pitch. High, and that's going to send Matushak trotting off to first.
Now batting number 21, Rowan Hudson.
Rowan Hudson paying another visit to the plate for the Skippers. And he watches ball 1 come down. Correction, that was strike 1. Not sure what I was watching, folks. There's ball 1. 2-1 the count to Rowan Hudson. Gardner gets his sign, bases loaded. High 3-1. And Hudson watches strike 2 go by him. Makes the count full with 2 away. And Hudson swings and misses.
River City puts 2 runs on the board to make the new score. The Skippers 4, the Wingmen 0 after 4 innings. There are plenty of barbecue sandwiches left. $5 for a sandwich, $7 for a combo. Come get it while it's hot.
And that's going to finish 4, and that's going to put us, the Skippers up. They extend their lead
Rivalry between
to 4-0.
All right, they both got about 5 or 6 balls.
And starting off the top of the 5th, the Skippers have a new gun on the mound.
Pitcher on the mound for the Skippers is number 4, Gabe King.
And Gabriel King, number 4, sophomore out of Hillsboro, Missouri. Gets things rolling for the Skippers. Count is 1-1 to Judson Collier. And Collier swings and a miss. And with that one, Collier's going to swing on the 3rd, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Wingmen.
Now batting number 22.
Next up,
Chase
number
Pierce.
22, Chase Pierce for the Wingmen. Pierce ahead in the count, 2-0.
Listen, we don't get one man. We don't get a sandwich. I want two of them. One for me, one for him. Come on, pick it up, pick it up.
And Pierce sends one hopping to first, where it's handled by Jalen Greenidge for out number 2.
Now batting number 14, Spence Carswell.
That's going to bring number 14, Spence Carswell, to the plate for the Wingmen. Skipper's trying for a 1-2-3 out for the 5th inning. Let's see if this happens as King brings one from the mound for strike 1.
Now, kid, you know what it is? Here we go. Home, babe. Yeah, kid, home, babe. Have some fun, relax. Nice and loose.
Ooh. And Carswell takes one to the calf.
Hang on.
And trots on off to first.
Now batting number 2, Fisher Harrison.
That's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Wingmen with number 2, Fisher Harrison. No, I'm good, man. Skippers Baseball wants to thank some more of our corporate sponsors. We'd like to thank Tri-B Construction, Atlantic Union Bank, Kempsville Building Products, and Tandem Incorporated for sponsoring Skippers Baseball.
Bottom of the fifth for the Skippers.
And starting off the bottom of the fifth for the Skippers is going to be number 22, Jalen Greenidge. Let's see if the Skippers can continue their wave. And Jalen starts off the at-bat watching ball one. Gardner with the windup. And Greenidge swings and a miss. Evens the count 1-1. Greenidge sends a dribbler to third, where he's thrown out at first for out number one. And with that, that's going to bring up number 27, Juan Almonte.
Juan Almonte.
Up for the Skippers. And Almonte sends one grounded to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2 for the Skippers. That's going to bring out number 12, Hunter Sherman, back up for the Skippers.
Hunter Sherman.
Two away on the Skippers. They lead 4-0. Nobody on board. Gardner sends strike one in to Sherman. And just like that, Sherman gets way behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Gardner, a little high. And with that, Sherman has actually got back into it with the count even at 2. Full count to Sherman. And Gardner gets his sign set from the pitch. Drops into the strike zone for called strike 3, and that's going to retire the side.
No runs for River City in the bottom of the fifth. The score remains the Skippers 4, the Wingmen 0.
That's going to keep the score. Your Skippers are going to still be up by 4 over the Wingmen.
Of tonight's game, you'd ever hear about the first Bayside dugout to run the bases before the fireworks.
Again, baseball fans, if you'd like to come see Skippers Baseball live, you've got 2 more opportunities this weekend, as your Skippers will take on the Carolina Ducks tomorrow night here at Holmes Field. Game time is 7 p.m. And then Sunday, game time will be at 5 p.m. where the Skippers will take on the Clayton Clovers. And as we start off the
Running out to top of the
sixth
for the Wingmen
inning,
is number 31, Carter Starkweather.
brings number 31 Carter Starkweather back to the plate for the Wingmen.
What do you wait? You can have it, bro. Anytime
Skippers
you
have
want.
a
Up here, buddy.
new pitcher on the mound, Tanner McNeil, as he throws, and Starkweather swings and misses. First strike. Watches ball one come from the mound. Tanner McNeil comes to us from Fayetteville Tech Community College.
Good boy. Hum, baby.
2-1 the count. Starkweather evens the count now at 2. McNeil in the windup. Fires one just outside the plate. Full count. And Starkweather watches strike 3.
Back into the zone like we're at an 11-year-old baseball game. Let's go, man.
Watches strike 3 come down for out number 1.
Batting number 18, Travis Gamache.
That's going to bring up number 18, Travis Gamache. McNeil fires in. Gamache swings and a miss. McNeil fires one in low. That evens the count at 1.
Hum, babe. Hum, babe. What's that, kid?
The 1-1.
Good, boy.
Low and inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Kid, home babe. Say Trav.
Oh, baby, battle, let's go.
Neal on the wind up. Gamache sends one up into center field. Drew Nagel drifts back and takes the assignment, handles the catch for out number 2.
Let's go, Dawson. Hands to it.
Now batting number 3, Dawson Abels.
Let's go, Dawson.
Hey, home Dawes. We say 3.
That's going to bring number 3, Dawson Abels, to the plate for the Wingmen.
Home, baby.
Abels took the spot of
You go, Dawson. Keep hitting hard. Let's go, 3.
Hey, we say, kid. We say, baby. Home now.
took the spot of Jarman
Like it.
as he fouls one back.
Good hack, kid.
1-1 the count. 2 away, top of the 6th. Skippers are up 4-0.
Yep.
And he watches strike 2 come by
Good, D flush.
for the at-bat. Abel sends one into center field. And unfortunately, Hunter Sherman's not able to make the play on it. Not sure if Hunter Sherman actually got hurt on that last play. Appears to be okay.
Attaboy, Dawson.
Now batting number 13, Caleb Elias.
Hey, extend in here. Let's go. Extend in and let's go.
Let's go, Caleb. Keep swinging it, kid. Let's go, Caleb. Let's go, 1-3.
And after the field official checked on Sherman, and he got the thumbs up, he was okay. That's going to bring number 13, Caleb Elias, up for the Wingmen.
Good.
Hey, let's go, 1-3. Bounce to it, kid.
McNeil put one in the dirt to Elias.
1-3. You go, kid.
But makes up for it with that, even in the count at 1. It's a great night of baseball here at Holmes Field, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy to boy. Baby.
Come on, 1-3. Smart, D.
I'm kid.
The 2-1 pitch.
Hey, you good? Let's go.
Elias watches strike 2 go by him.
Home 1-3. Extend in and let's go, babe.
McNeil checks the runner at first, and the pitch. And that's going to be sent skyward over first base line, out of play, back into the swamp, I believe. McNeil gets his sign.
No, I'm trying to get Sean or Trey. I don't think they have a walk.
Elias fouls one back over the crowd, back behind home plate, as he stays alive in the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the 6th here at Holmes Field. where your Skippers are ahead 4-0.
Run it! Boy!
Rowan Hudson's going to make the play on that batted ball foul. Yeah, that's going to reset everybody back. And we're going to try this again. 2-2's the count.
Let's go 1-3.
Hum 1-3, hum babe. Take it.
McNeil gets set. The pitch is low. Almonte pops up quickly to make sure that the runner at first doesn't go anywhere. And that's going to be full count to Elias.
Hey, hum Caleb.
Go, Caleb.
And Elias sends one into right field. And Jack Matashak's there to make the play to retire the side.
The Skippers 4.
Your score remains the Skippers 4, the Wingmen 0. Going into the bottom of the 6th. Some more of our corporate sponsors we want to thank. Rivershore Outfitters, the Weatherly Insurance Agency, Centera Healthcare, Big Rock Motorsports, Simpson's Power Washing, and Albemarle Fence Company. A huge thank you to all of our corporate sponsors for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. And getting things started in the bottom of the 6th, baseball fans. We have Cole Wagner coming back to the plate for the Skippers. Gardner with the pitch. Wagner fouls one off first base line. And with that wild pitch from Gardner, that evened the count at 1. The 1-1 pitch popped up into center field. Spence Carswell's there to make the play on it for out number 1. That's going to bring up Kobe Ott.
Now batting number 6, Kobe Ott.
having a meeting at the mound between Gardner and Chase Pierce.
Excuse me, sir. Can you read that sign over?
And just like that, Colby Ott gets evened up in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ott wanted that pitch, but he refrained, and that filled the count. And Colby Ott sends one rocketing into center field. And what a play by Spence Carswell to make that grab to save the home run. And that's going to bring up 37 Ryan Bellamy up for the Skippers with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
Ryan Bellamy.
Gardner with the pitch. Bellamy thought about it, but stopped. And watch strike 1 come by. Gardner gets set and pitch. Little on the low side, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Gardner floated that one down the top of the plate there. For strike 2 on Bellamy. Gardner with the pitch. And Bellamy swings and misses to retire the side. No runs scored in the bottom of the 6th.
Score remains the Skippers 4, the Wingmen 0.
Skippers continue their 4-run lead.
At this time, we're going to
going
do
into the
baseball trivia
7th inning.
by River Shore Outfitter.
Getting things started for the Wingmen going into the top of the 7th is Judson Collier, number 12. As he files one back to the netting back behind home plate. And just like that, Collier is down 0-2 in the count. McNeil with the windup, throws it into the dirt. And Collier sends one up flying over first base line, foul out into the crowd. Count goes even at 2 to Collier. The 2-2 pitch from McNeil. Just a little low. Full count. Collier sends that grounder to second, where Nagel is sitting there waiting. And he's able to make the play for out number 1. That's going to bring number 20.
Number 38, Tyler Parks.
Correction. That's going to bring number 38, Tyler Parks, up for the Wingmen, who's pinch hitting for Chase Pierce. Pierce drives one to third, where Rowan Hudson's there waiting. It makes the play with the throw to first for out number 2.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, I'll do it.
Now batting number 14, Spence Carswell.
And Spence Carswell makes his next appearance at the plate, where he quickly gets down in the count 0-2. McNeil gets his sign and is in the stretch.
Go! Get there! Yeah!
Colby Ott makes a play on it at shortstop, is unable to make the throw to first in time, and Carswell is able to make it safely to first with 2 away for the Wingmen. That's going to bring up Fisher Harrison back at the top of the order for the Wingmen.
Number 2, Fisher Harrison.
And that one's popped up over our heads, well into the crowd, right over first base line. McNeil tries to pick off Carswell at first again, but is unsuccessful. And Fisher Harrison sends one rocketing into center field for a double, and that's able to bring Spence Carswell in for the Wingmen. With 2 away, that's going to make your score 4-1 for the Skippers.
Shimada Brown.
That's going to bring Shimada Brown, number 36, back up for the Wingmen. And with that wild pitch, Harrison is able to make it from second to third.
The lady with the radio said I had to either get escorted or get out of the dugout. Okay. Good. Take it on. Let's go, baby. Ready for it. Come on, here.
And Brown is able to make it safely on to first. That brings Harrison in for the score.
Now batting number 31, Carter Starkweather.
That's going to bring up number 31, Carter Starkweather for the Wingmen. And McNeil fires one in for strike one. McNeil gets set in the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Keep going, kid. On drive.
1-2 the count. 2 outs on the Wingman. That's going to even the count. And with that, that's going to retire the side. The Wingmen score 2 in that inning.
The Wingmen 2.
So your score, the Skippers 4, the Wingmen 2.
Skippers want to know.
Just another reminder, ladies and gentlemen,
is returned to the concession stand.
that
person gets a prize.
if you
An
want
adult or a kid
to see Skippers baseball live, you get 2 more chances this weekend to check out Skippers baseball. Tomorrow night, the Skippers will host the Carolina Ducks. 7 p.m. is your game time. Gates open at 6. And on Sunday, your Skippers will host the Kinston I stand corrected. The Clayton Clovers. Clayton Clovers will be here on Sunday night. 5 p.m. is the game time. Gates will open at 4. Come on out and check out Skippers Baseball here at the Shipyard. And next up for the Skippers is number 23, Jack Matoshak.
Now batting number 23, Jack Matoshak.
Hey, like middle. Like middle.
One away in the bottom of the 7th. Skippers lead 4-2. New arm on the mound is number 10, Landon Smith. And Matoshak is up in the count, 2-0. Smith with the delivery. And Matoshak watches strike 1 come down from the mound. 3 balls and a strike. A hard swing and a miss fills the count for Matoshak. with one away. Smith with the windup. Matashak fouls one off third base line, and that one is gonna be wet as that ball goes swimming off the water hazard. And Matashak watches strike 3 come down, and he is not happy about that. That's going to bring up number 21,
Rowan Hudson.
Rowan Hudson, up for the Skippers. Hudson takes a step back just to get himself together and make sure of his assignment. As he gets set, he watches ball 1 come down from Smith on the mound. And just like that, the count is even at 1. The 1-1 pitch from Smith. Hudson thought about it, but got called a strike anyway. And he's down in the count 1-2. And with that, that's going to fill the count for Hudson. With 2 away, nobody on. Skippers still lead 4-2. And Hudson goes down swinging to end the inning.
No runs for River City in the bottom of the 7th.
And with that, the Skippers still stay ahead,
after 7.
4-2 after 7. 1-2 is the count to Dawson Abels there at the plate. Skippers have a new pitcher on the mound, Cole Langley, number 28. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound by Noah Cartwright.
Now batting number 13, Caleb Elias.
And with that, that's going to bring up number 13, Caleb Elias. Runners on first and second. No outs for the Wingmen. And just like that, the bases are loaded for the Wingmen.
Now batting number 12, Judson Collier.
And that's going to bring up number 12, Judson Collier, to the plate for the Wingmen. Langley throws one low and in the dirt.
Hey, I'm 12. Stay back. A lot of confidence, 1-2, stay out. Send it out there. Put it in play, Judge. Let's go 1-2, home babe. Yeah, your box, that boy. Hey, I'm 12. What you say, Juddy? Home babe. Oh! Hey, still hitting the ball hard here, Judge. A lot of confidence.
1-2 is the count to Collier. Langley with the pitch. A swing and a miss. And that's going to send Collier back to the dugout.
Now batting number 38, Tyler Parks.
38, Tyler Parks, making an appearance at the plate for the Wingmen. With one away, bases loaded. And he watches strike one come down from Cole Langley. Parks gets us ahead in the count, 2-1. Langley gets his sign and gets set. It's low and in the dirt, and that's going to score one for the Wingmen. 3-1 is your count.
Hey, I'm top. Yes, sir!
And just like that, baseball fans, the Wingmen have taken the lead 5-4.
Let's go! Woo! Come on! Yes! Hey, keep the stay rolling.
And with that, that's going to send Langley
I thought it hit him, but evidently
back to the
passing and 2 runs.
dugout
I guess it's
for the night. That's going to be the end of Langley for the night.
I sure thought I heard me.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 7, Landon Alton, a junior out of Mechanicsville, Virginia, attends Chowan University, has been called out for the assignment. And with that bunt, brings
Now,
2 away.
Fisher Harrison.
That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. And Fisher Harrison back at the plate, number 2 for the Wingmen. 5-4 is your score. Wingmen ahead. And Harrison watches ball 1. Alton with the 2-0 pitch. And it's bounced to short. And the throw is late by Kobe Ott. That's going to bring up number 36, Shamata Brown, back up for the Wingmen. Runners on the corners. Two outs, top of the 8th. And Brown swings and misses for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Alton with the 1-1. And Brown pops one up foul. And Brown bats one to second, where Nagel is able to make the play and finally retire the side.
In the middle of the 8th.
Skippers have some work to do in the bottom of the 8th.
At home tomorrow, we'll be playing the Ducks. They'll be sponsored.
And starting off the bottom of the 8th for the Skippers
They got the bottom of the 8th.
is number 21, Rowan Hudson. Correction on that. It's going to be number 22, Jalen Greenidge, starting us off for the Skippers. Smith with the pitch. Greenidge pops one up over first base line, foul, and into the crowd. 1-2 is the count to Greenwich. Smith with the pitch. High evens the count at 2. Smith gets his sign in the pitch, and Greenwich bounces one to third. And after a wild throw, Greenwich is able to make it safely to first.
And hitting for the Skippers is number 9, Joe Horchler.
And pinch hitting for the Skippers is going to be number 9, Joe Horchler. Smith with the pitch, low for ball 1. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Horchler is able to make it on board as a miscommunication from the Wingmen cost them an out, and Horchler is safely at first. Greenwich advances to second, and that's going to bring a visit from Jackson Massey out. And that's gonna retire Landon Smith for the evening. New pitcher on the mound for the Wingmen is going to be Dawson Abels, coming in from second base.
Number 3, Dawson Abels.
With no outs, runners on first and second, Skippers have a chance to get back ahead. As we bring number 12, Hunter Sherman, back up to the plate.
Just read the hard one at you. Knock the mound 3.
Now batting number 12, Hunter Sherman.
Good. Make sure you get here. You can get here. Yeah, got him.
And Abels is able to pick off Greenwich at second for out number 1 for the Skippers. Abel's attempts to pick off Hertzler over at first, but then sends one down to Sherman for ball one. One away in the bottom of the 8th. Wingmen are up 5-4 after a rally in the top of the 8th. And Sherman bats that one way out of bounds, outside of the park, down first base line. And just like that, Sherman's looking at a 2-2 pitch. Abels with the 2-2. Sherman swings and misses, and that's going to send him back to the dugout. With 2 away, that's going to bring up Cole Wagner back up for the Skippers.
Wagner.
Abels launches ball one to Wagner. Wagner swings and misses.
Hey, you're good one. Hey, next pitch. Hey, shake it. Next pitch. Let's go. Smother.
As it gets past Chase Pierce, Hertzler is able to advance to second, but brings the count to 1-2. And that retires the side and finishes the 8th.
Score remains the Wingmen 5, the Skippers 4, after the completion of 8 innings.
Come in here. Come in here. Come on. Hey, come in here. All gas. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Hey, here, let's see you. Go.
Getting started in the top of the ninth.
Take the barrel to it right here.
Carter Starkweather starts us off.
Not you, baby. Let's go 3-1.
2-1's your count.
Take the back hand to it. Let's go. Put down early.
The Starkweather. And he fouls one back, evens the count at 2. Landon Alton on the mound gets a signal. The wind up. High, full count. Starkweather fouls one back to stay alive. And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled over the first base line. And Starkweather's rockets one into right field where Matashak is there to make the play for out number 1. That's going to bring up Travis Gamache, left fielder for the Wingmen.
Travis Gamache.
And he's going to start off the at-bat watching strike 1 from Alton. Gamache fouls one off first base line and gets behind in the count 0-2. A little low from Alton. Swing on and a miss. It's going to send Gamache back to the dugout for out number 2.
Dawson Abels.
That's going to bring up Dawson Abels for the Wingmen. Two away, and Abels swings at one from Alton for strike 1. And quickly Abels is behind in the count, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. The 1-2 pitch from Alton. A little outside, 2-2. Swing on foul by Abels down third base line.
Come on, dog, slide it down. Home D. Right through. Oh, come on, brother.
And with that, 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Abels went from an 0-2 to a 3-2 count. And that makes ball 4.
Let's go, Caleb. Battle, baby. Come on. Come on.
That's going to bring number 13, Caleb Elias.
Now batting number 13, Caleb Elias.
Back up for the Wingmen.
Come baby. Let's go. Come on, Caleb. Be a dog. Battle, the kid. Get you on here.
2 out, top of the 9th. Wingmen are up 5-4.
Keep it going, kid. Come on, dummy. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Alton's pitch is high, ball 1.
Stay now, Gummy. Stay high, Gum. I'm big. Yeah! Hey, Damon! Woo!
And that one's jetting into left field, where Cole Wagner is there
No runs for Kinston in the top of the 9th.
to take on
Score
the assignment there,
Wingmen 5.
and is able to get us out of the
Super
inning.
4 going into the bottom of the 9th. Just one more reminder about tomorrow night's game versus the Carolina Ducks. The first 200 fans receive a Skipper's Logo baseball sponsored by Centera. First pitch.
And starting off the bottom of the 9th for the Skippers is number 6, Colby Ott.
Now batting number 6 is Colby Ott.
And he starts off fouling one back to the fence. Abels with the pitch. And that one's hit foul over first base line. And just like that, Ott is down 0-2 in the count. Abels with the pitch. A swing and a miss by Ott. Puts one away. And that's going to bring up number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Now batting number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Abel's pitch is low and in the ground for ball one. Two ones your count. One away, bottom of the ninth. Wingmen up 5-4. Bellamy watches ball three. Bellamy skies one into left field where it's going to be easily handled by Travis Gamache for out number two. And that's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel, for the Skippers.
Now by number 18, Drew Nagel.
Nagel with a swing and a miss. 2-2's the count. And with that, that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your ball game.
Your final score, the Wingmen 5, your Skippers 4.
Once again, don't forget tomorrow night's game versus the Carolina Ducks.
Thank you, baseball fans, for tuning in.
The first 200 fans receive a Skippers baseball.
Reminder, tomorrow night, your Skippers will take on the Carolina Ducks here at Holmes Field. 7 p.m. is start time. Gates open at 6. We'd love to see you here at Holmes Field, but if not, make sure you check us out online at oldnorthstateleague.com. Again, Wingmen take it 5-4.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're going to wrap things up here.
We're going to start our fireworks show.
We thank you for joining us. This is Kelly Nolan, your announcer here, signing off. We'll see you next time. Good night.